Hey everyone, welcome to the February Buy It Now sale. If this is your first time tuning in, what's going on here? Well, once a month, the second Tuesday of the month to be specific, and specifically at 10 p.m. or 10 a.m. Central Time, 11 a.m. Eastern, I put up roughly 5 items each month, and we do a Buy It Now sale. This is how it works. I will put up the item. And I will tell you about the item. I will, give the item a specific item number. And if you are interested in that item, leave a comment down below, including the item number and the price. That way I know that you know which item you're bidding on. And I also know that you understand what the price is. So if I say item number 6, the Buy It Now price is $45. You would put in the comments, Buy It Now, item 6, $45, or something to that, so that I know which item you want, and I know that you know how much the price is. Now, as far as shipping goes, I take care of all the shipping costs. That's all included in the price. This is open to people in the US and Canada. I do the best I can to get stuff to Canada. Canada's post office has been on strike, so it's been a little difficult. As far as the rest of the world, sorry, I do not do international shipping. The cost of international shipping kind of destroys the whole point of what I'm doing, because everything that you're going to see here is usually at a really good price. So if I've got to charge huge rates for international shipping, odds are you can find the note cheaper. All right, so how do you pay? Well, I've got a couple methods. We can go with Zelle or PayPal at stupluback@msn.com. PayPal is my last choice because they usually charge fees. If you can figure out a way to do it, doing friends and family or something like that, that would be great. Otherwise, I prefer Zelle. You can do Cash App at $StuPluback, or my favorite method, you can do check or money order, and you can send that to me at P.O. Box 171, Russell, Illinois 60075. If you use check or money order, I will give you a $5 discount off of whatever item it is, because that just saves me the hassle. So there is that. Now, if you are the high bidder, I will inform you. I will reply something to the effect of sold, and then I will say, please include a shipping, or I will say, let me know what payment method to look for, and please include a shipping address. My last auction, somebody bought something, they never sent me their shipping address. I tried to contact them multiple times. I still have their money. They still haven't contacted me for the item. If that person is you, get a hold of me. I know who you are, so I just need your shipping address, and I will get that out to you. All right, so let's get started. Item number 1 this week. This is FR1331. It is the spinner fractional. It's a 50-cent fractional. This is from the 3rd series, if I recall correctly. Let's see. 3rd series 50-cent fractional. And it does feature FE Spinner. That's who is pictured right there. Now, the cool thing about Spinner, you guys have heard the stories I've told in the past. This signature, that's Spinner's signature. Now, this is just a regular note, and this one is in a little bit rougher shape. You can see it's got some of the marks on the back. But when it comes to fractional currency, it is probably one of the more popular notes, because Spinner was the one who helped Lincoln decide to go with fractional currency. He put himself on the fractional currency, and he was the signer. He was the treasurer, I believe. So, yeah, that's why this note is so cool. Now, this particular one probably is an 8, 10, or 12, somewhere around there. When the notes originally started in these areas here, it had, what's the best way to put it? They stamped this 50-cent image right here in glue on both sides, and then used bronzing powder to give it a really cool look. And of course, you can look and you can see the remnants of the powder on there. Same on this side, but for the most part, on the circulated notes, those tended to either wear off or they tended to degrade. So this one, yeah, it's wore off, but the note itself is still okay. And once again, if we look at the back, it does have a little bit of inking on the back. As I check out the back of this note, you can see that it is circulated without a doubt. But overall, not a bad example of the particular note, especially the importance of this note. So what do we got for a price on this one? In a grade 8, you're talking $75. In a 12, it's $85. In a 20, it's $100. And you know me, I don't do prices like that. So, item number 1, if you're interested in the spinner note, the buy it now price, including shipping, $55. And yes, if you send check or money order, you can knock $5 off of that. $55 is the price for the item number 1. Buy it now. 55, item 1, the spinner note. That's number 1. Number 2, I have, this is we'll look right here and show you, 1918 Federal Reserve Banknote. Federal Reserve Banknote, $1 FRBN. This one is from Dallas. And you can see it does have a little piece here. The bottom is a little rough. It is a circulated note. Once again, this one's probably in that 8 to 10 range. I'm not trying to hide anything. I'm not trying to say, oh, this one's an almost uncirculated note. No, not really. Here's all the specs on this particular one. 1918 large size, $1 Federal Reserve Bank of Dallas, Texas. And let's see, up the K is for Dallas. You can see that there. Let's look at the back. The back tends to show all of the circulation wear on a note. So yeah, is this choice uncirculated? Absolutely not. It is a circulated note. But overall, the note is in decent shape. A good add to your collection if you don't have one. What can I tell you about this from the book? It's FR 740, $1 Federal Reserve banknote. This one from Dallas from 1918. In a grade 8, this runs about $125. In a 12, it's $150, and in a 25, it's $250. My price on item number 2, $95. $95, and you can have this one. It's the, what would you call it? That's the Flying Eagle on the back. So yeah, cool example of the note, reasonably priced as well. $95. Once again, that includes shipping, and if you do check your money order, you can knock another $5 off of that price. So that one is number 2. Number 3. This is one of my favorite notes. A lot of people really like this note. They find it hard to get. They know the story behind it. I have a 1928 $1 red seal. $1 legal tender. If we focus in on this, there we go. Series of 1928. Yeah, it's circulated, but they only made, what did they make, like 1 million of these? And these were mostly circulated in Puerto Rico. There were very, very few of them that circulated. I think some in the neighborhood of like 12,000 circulated in the U.S. All the rest were circulating in Puerto Rico because they were having a shortage of currency, so the U.S. government released them there. A lot of the notes that were in Puerto Rico, because of the weather, tend to have the darker staining like this, just because you can't really keep paper products in hot, humid areas for long periods of time without them showing some type of effect. So a lot of the red seals, like I said, they weren't many made. They weren't really circulated in the U.S., but it's still one of the more high-demand notes that you're looking for. It does have the funny back on the back, and the funny back is called that, of course, because the back was only in circulation from 1928 to 1934. By 1935, they switched the back to the more familiar version that we currently use. So during the 40s and 50s, when someone would thumb through the back of the notes, every once in a while they'd see one that looked kind of funny. A lot of people also say that this looks like Monopoly money. It's not true. Monopoly came out in the late 1920s. So Monopoly looked to our current money at the time, this note, and designed their note based on how our money looked. So this does not look like Monopoly money. Monopoly money looks like this. All right, so once again, you can see it does have a crease in there. I mean, overall, it is a solid example of what it is. Is it in great condition? No, I'm not trying to say it is, but you can certainly see what it is. And if you don't have one in your collection, what a good time to get one. All right, so once again, for this, we are talking FR 1500. It's item number 3, $1 legal tender. In a VG8, it's $125. In a 12, you're talking $165. And in a 20, it's $200. So like I said, even in a VG8, it's 125 bucks. If you are interested in the $1 red seal, item number 3, the price is $110. $110 and it's yours. So item number 3, the $1 legal tender, $110, includes shipping, and yes, if you send the check or money order, you still save another $5. All right, that's number 3. Number 4 is a twofer. This is a series of 1934 $100 bill. I'm not going to call it crisp uncirculated, but it's good. And I don't mean about good, grade 4 or whatever. I mean, it's in decent shape. If we look at this note here, there's very little wear on the top as we're looking over this note. I'm not going to say that it doesn't have any creases because I think there is a center crease. Let's see if we can see it on the back. Yeah, it does have a center crease. It does have a little bit of darkness, a little bit of dirt, but I mean, as far as the overall condition goes, it's easily a 20, and it's probably a 25, 30, maybe even better, maybe a 35, maybe a 40. I mean, it's, you know, I haven't given a whole lot of consideration to what the grade is. I simply know that it is well over a grade 20. It's in decent shape. This particular one happens to be from the Chicago district, series of 1934. This is the first one where they changed the obligation. So it no longer says redeemable in gold. It says redeemable in lawful money. But like I said, this one, really good shape. And this one, if I recall, is not the light green. This is the dark seal, which is actually the harder of the two seals to get. The light green is the more popular one, but it's also more abundant. And with this note, I've got another one that I'm going to throw in. This one happens to be a 1950C, but you can see this one's in rough shape. This one's in real rough shape. It's got part of a teller stamp on there. It's got a little bit of writing on it. Yeah, so yeah, overall, this note is pretty rough, but I'm going to put the pair together, okay? Let's see. The $100 note, in a grade 20, this is a $150 note, okay? And this 10, the 10's rough. If the 10 was a grade 20, it would be worth about 20 bucks. It's not a grade 20, it's not. But you know something? It's still worth 10 bucks, I'll tell you that much. So, like I said, this one with the $150 value, this one with at least a $10 value. Like I said, this in a grade 20 is $150. This is better than a 20. What's my price? Item number 4 for FR 2152A, because it's the dark green G. This is going to be, for this lot, I'm going to ask $150. So it's like buy this one at a lesser grade price and get this one for free. So yeah, the two notes together, I'm asking $150. And yeah, that is item number 4. And finally, item number 5 this week. This one's actually also in really good shape. It's every bit as good as that 100. Well, it does have this. It does have one crease right there. This 1934A $20 note has the Hawaii overprint on it. This is emergency currency from World War II. And this one is actually, like I said, this one's actually pretty good. You can see the Hawaii overprint. And if we zoom in on this, you know, I'm holding it so you can see a little bit of light. I mean, it does have light folds in the center. And it does have a little bit of discoloration. It does have a horizontal fold. But still, you're talking, is that a crease there? Yeah, this corner looks like it might have a little, yeah, it does have a little bit of a crease there. Overall, this is definitely a strong 20, maybe a 25, maybe a 30. So in that 20 to 30 range. Really good note, really good example, and it's the highest denomination of emergency currency ever released. This particular one is not a mule. You're welcome, Dan. FR2305, $20 Hawaii note. This one in a grade 8 books out at $75. In a grade 12, you're talking $95. In a 20, it's $200. This particular one is at least a 20, maybe 25 to 30. I mean, like I said, it's a good example to have. And my price on item number 5, once again, including shipping, we are talking $185. So under that grade 20 price, $185. That includes shipping, and of course, like I said, with check or money order, you can knock off another $5. That's what I've got for you guys this week. I fully expect most of these to sell probably right away. My stuff does tend to sell usually within the first hour. I put it out as fairly as I can. I know some people want me to put it on eBay or do anything like that, but eBay charges a bunch of fees, and if I start adding all their fees into my prices, all of a sudden it's no longer a deal. So I do the best I can, and thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it. It's a lot of work finding all this stuff, but it is stuff that I find at a good deal. It's also stuff that I already have, so I'm always excited to share good deals with you guys. All right, I'll look forward to the bidding. Good luck, and I'll see you next time.